We are back here with George Banino from Fort Howell Land Trust. Thank you so very much for joining us today.
We're happy to be here.
I'm very curious. I think I understand what the Land Trust is and does, but share with the people who may not know about the Land Trust here in the Lowcountry.
Sure. Land Trust is an organization that was put together to basically preserve, protect critical habitat on the island, as well as important historical spaces. So certainly Fort Howell would fit into the historic places, and we have some beautiful wetlands that are also under our protection. And it consists of both property we own and property that we have a conservation easement on. So we really control what can happen on our property.
So talk us through a little bit about practically what that looks like and means. What are some of the areas that you own and maintain?
Okay, well, within Hilton Head Plantation we have Cypress Conservancy, which contains the only remaining natural cypress swamp in certainly Hilton Head.
Where is that?
It actually is very close to Hudson's here.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
It's very close. It's just inside the back gate.
Got it.
Okay. And then the other one, which is quite a bit larger, is Whooping Crane.
Is that on Palmetto Bay?
No, that is on, what's the main road that goes into Hilton Head Plantation.
Got it.
And that's about 130 some acres, if I remember. And it's got a boardwalk that goes through the wetland. So you get some beautiful views of the wetland and a lot of bird life in there. A year ago there was a hawk's nest that we can go watch. You get a lot of people going through that. Of course we have Fort Howell, as you mentioned,
and for the people who may not know about Fort Howell, what makes Fort Howell so important historically for the Lowcountry?
Back during a little bit of history. Back during the Civil War, I think we all know the history of Mitchellville, and it became a place where free blacks came and were allowed to live on their own, set up to live on their own. Around 1864 or so, as the Civil War was winding down, troops were being pulled from the south and being brought up towards the Battle of Richmond. They were starting to build up troops around Richmond. So as troops were leaving Hilton Head, the Union decided they needed some way to protect Mitchellville from the potential of Confederate raids. So they built a series of earthen forts. And
earthen forts?
Made from earth and supported to some extent by logs and wood.
Oh.
And Fort Howell was one of the three that was, and it's the one that really survives. It's probably the best surviving Civil War earthen fortification in South Carolina and beyond. It's in really, really good shape. It's heavily wooded now, and that helps protect it to some extent. But it's very important, and it's been recognized as such as being on the National Register of Historic Places, for example. So,
is Coastal Discovery Museum, would that be considered a historic?
Well, the house the house at Honeyhorn was built back in the Civil War days, the central core of it.
Sure.
And then it was built on over time. It probably would be appropriate to nominate that to be on the historic register.
Are we, as Lowcountry residents, aware of all the rich history that we have, or do you find, like all of us, that the more we hear about things, the more we don't take advantage of it, or we need to go and visit some of these amazing places?
Yeah, people get surprised about Fort Howell as a great example. Most people have no idea that what Fort Howell is, or where it is, or what it represents. And we've been trying to raise its profile, and fortunately with good support from the town of Hilton Head, we have gotten some funds. We've gotten some funds in order to build it up and make it more visitor friendly, help people understand it, help people see it, and enjoy it, learn from it.
Exactly. Well, again, we're talking about history of the Lowcountry, and it is a pleasure to meet you today, and we look forward to visiting Fort Howell. Thank you so much. Stay with us. There's more to come.